Hey guys. Oh, my face is not working. Let me fix. Okay. Give me a second. I don't know why. It's not connecting today. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty, but that's okay. I'm at least here and I'm not like congested, so I'm doing good today. Hey, I have no clue. What's up? Welcome. My face is not working. No, not TikTok. No, don't. Come on, VTube Studios works. Hey, I'm feeling better. I'm in the drainage stage of like my cold. So if I do cough, just know it's not from like actually being congested. It's just from my face deciding to drain. So yeah, now my face is working. My face is draining currently. But I am doing good. I am not congested. Um, did you just welcome yourself to the stream? What it does is sometimes what I'll do is whenever I go and I have it on a system where it will StreamerBot will go and it'll welcome anyone who talks in the stream first. So whenever the first chat happens, it will welcome whoever's there, just in case if I didn't catch it. But what happens is when my message is like one of the first ones, it does that automatically. So that happens all the time. Hi first before the stream starts, and third here after the stream starts. Yeah, it just happens. I do that as a precaution, just in case if I don't catch you guys. It doesn't mean that I'm not trying to pay attention. It's just sometimes I just don't catch the little message because I have a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, you can hear I am my mouth is a little slurry because I do have an oral anesthetic in my mouth to keep my throat from coughing. Because since it's in the drainage phase, it's almost worse than when it's congested because it's tickling my throat in the back of my neck, and it's bothering me. Why is my camera is messing up? It's I'm having a day. It's not a stream with me if no technical difficulties are happening in some way, shape, or form. I was just glad I could help you with your short videos too while we were looking. I was very appreciative, Dongri. I was really appreciative that you did that. Why is it like this today? It's like trying. It's like it does not want me to like look straight today. It's like wanting me to look over to the side, which I don't hate, but I'm like, okay, this is weird. But yeah. But I'm so glad that you left messages. I felt I was so sad I couldn't talk with you guys because my voice was really, really bad. My voice, when I get sick, like I have a past stream that you guys could probably listen to where the audio is a little off, but you could probably hear it of how low sometimes my voice can get. That one is not the lowest it's gone before, but I was at the point where I was trying to record like videos because I was like, I'm that person that unless I physically can't use my voice, I will still try to like make videos and try to do stuff. And what happened, network problems, so I can't see the live properly. Oh yeah, it happens. But yeah, basically I like sometimes let me scratch my nose. Sometimes I go and like I will refuse to stop, and it's a problem. I've done this before where I will refuse to stop working, and I've had past employers be like, Chrissy, I am going to go and send you home because I can't have you physically be here anymore. Because it's not that I'm contagious and I'm gonna get them sick. It's that they're visibly concerned by how sick I look sometimes. And so, like, I'll work myself to death sometimes. And that's not a good habit to have, but it's something that I grew up having to do. So it happens. And so I was so mad that I couldn't make any videos because when I make videos, it's my way of talking to you guys. And the problem is when I don't have a stream, I have no way to talk to you guys. So I make videos. But the problem was I couldn't talk at that present moment. I literally lost my voice for one of the days because my voice got so like stuck with the amount of dried congestion, like in mucus in my throat, that it sealed my throat shut. It was bad. It was bad for a while. And like I couldn't get out of bed because my body was like, I had one day, I slept a whole day. One of the days. If you were wondering what happened to one of the days where I didn't post, that's what happened. I literally fell asleep and then woke up and the whole day had passed. That was how bad that I was feeling because I was trying my best, trying to like get better. So the best I could do was to post videos from the last stream and try to do that. I also wanted to test a theory that I had that clipping audio, not clipping audio, but clipping videos functions very similarly to the shorts, and it does. But what I noticed is I have to post it about 8 hours before I want it to go live, if you get what I mean, because the algorithm doesn't show it to you guys for 8 hours instead of what the algorithm does for the shorts, where that's 4 hours. But yeah, my body definitely needed extra rest. It was absolutely tired. I was not having a good time, and I was like quarantined in my room. I had good ramen. Like I made sure to like load myself up with like authentic ramen and some curry. I had some different curries, Indian curry, because anything with, turmeric and spice tends to help when you're sick. So I did that. So I ate some Indian curry. It was spicy but good. I had some ramen. I was very happy. I read up that miso ramen was the best. So I got that from my local ramen dealer. Cause I live in an area where we are known for having pretty close to authentic like Japanese Asian food. So because weirdly enough, our area, even though it's known for having a lot of Hispanic people, what a lot of people don't know is that half the population here is Asian. So we have a lot of people who came from Asia back in the 1920s, and they've been here ever since. And so everything here where I live is like Japanese bakeries. I have like ramen, and it's as close to authentic as that you're gonna get in the States. And also the portions are humongous. Did you have a little bit of black pepper with the turmeric too? Yes, I did. It was so good. I had like goat curry. I was having the time of my life. I had some Jamaican curry also. That was good. And I went for stuff that would like basically burn the sickness out of me. I did follow what people said on Reddit. Don't drink the Dayquil. Not because Dayquil doesn't do anything. It does. But the problem is when you take Dayquil, think of it as like pausing your sickness. It doesn't alleviate your symptoms. What it does is it pauses your symptoms, and then the sickness goes on for longer than it should. So my brothers, they went with Dayquil. I decided I was not going to have Dayquil. So I was like, I will have the worst of whatever they have, but it'll end quicker. And right now, they're still congested. So I won this battle. I won the battle of the sickness, if you get what I mean. Because I am in the drainage phase and I'm doing okay. But I have to say, I feel so sorry for my work buddies, because my right after I talked with you guys on the stream, one of my boss from my job of working like luxury cars, he had called me. That's why I don't use medicine much. Yeah, unless you're using like 𝐂𝐤𝐸 cough syrup, it's not really good. But yeah, my buddy, my boss that goes and works with luxury dealers and luxury cars and luxury brands, he called me up at the end of the day, like on Monday, and he was like, "Hey, Chrissy, can you go and come and we're gonna be doing we're gonna be fixing the website for this famous luxury brand, this car brand." And so I'm like, okay, and he's like, "Yeah, the only thing is I need you to be here like 8 o'clock tomorrow." And I'm like, okay, that's short notice. And he's telling me this at 12 o'clock at night when he tells me this. So I'm like, okay, now I have to prepare for being in a luxury car at, 8 o'clock in the morning. So that happened. So I very short notice, he tells me this. I get to there. We're going in to give you an idea of how these luxury cars that I do. When I help my friend, my boss, that's my friend. He, one of the cars that I was in on Tuesday was $155,000 retail. One of them that I was in, I was trying not to spill my coffee in and take a lot of pictures and make sure I'm not like going and bruising the seats. At one point, I literally, we were doing a ride-by shot, and I'm with the guy that is the rep for this luxury car brand, and I'm in the back seat, right? And to tell you how nonchalant I have to be with these cars is that I can't be scared to break it, because if you're scared to break the car will break. So I'm sitting in the back seat, and my boss friend, he tells me, "Hey, Chrissy, when that light turns green, I'm gonna need you to hit the deck." Because when we do a drive-by shot, that means that we're shooting 2 cars down a highway, and we have to basically get down into the floorboards as fast as we can to hide ourselves from each other that are filming the opposite car. So I let the guy know, because I know what I'm about to do, but the sales rep doesn't know what I'm about to do. So I let him know, "Hey, my boss friend just told me I'm gonna have to hit the deck when that light turns green. Don't get weird about it. Don't feel weird about it, okay?" And so the light turns green. I basically, from my training as being someone that works in film, I have been in the floorboards of cars. So this one, I go and I basically fling myself into the floorboards of the car, tuck myself under the seat. And the only thing that is above everything is my ass. So that's the only thing that is like semi-visible, is my ass. And it's poking upwards right behind the middle console. So imagine that. So I'm like in the floorboards. He's driving high speed down the highway, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm just like trying to like not breathe, because basically I've been trained, because I used to do, for some of these, I would have to be the sound person. So when I do this, I'm holding my breath. So I'm holding my breath for a solid minute and a half. And it's very concerning, because the guy forgot I was there. Like, I literally erased my presence from this guy's memory when I was in the car, because the minute, like, he slowed down and he's like confused. confused, and then I pop up and he's like, oh my gosh, jeez. And so he freaks out. And then because he freaks out, he turns the car, and then he just sees my body go in fly in the other direction of where the car turned. And remember, this is a $155,000 car that this is happening in. I'm like, just imagine that. So I'm like, this is happening like this. So yeah, chaotic. But yeah, the whole shoot went well. We got a lot of pictures. We basically run and gun it, so for the most part, so we're like running from one location to the next. So we like filmed in front of these fancy apartments. Then we decided, oh, we wanted to go to a fancy park. Sounds dangerous from what's going on. Yeah, that's most of filmmaking. If you aren't gonna die or you're not gonna film someone dying, it's not filmmaking. Literally. That literally is what happens most of the time. So I'm used to it. I'm used to being in the trunks of cars. I've been in the trunks of cars before. That is a thing. I have been on the hoods of cars while they've been driving. I've even been on the top of cars while driving, if you would believe. To me, it's nothing usual. And considering I have no fear, this is where having no fear of not having a sense of fear helps me, because for a normal person, they're internalized thinking like, we better not crash, we better not crash, we better not hit anything. And I'm just like, I gotta hold my breath for like a minute and a half so we could get the shot. Like, I'm not even thinking that if this guy crashes this car, I'm about to fly through the window, right? I'm not even thinking that. That is not even in my, in my thought process at all, right? That is not something I think about. But yeah, so that happened. It was a good day. They got us our Starbucks. The guys, the reps at these fancy brands, they're super nice. And they're chill for the most part. I'm mostly there because I'm the only one with expensive gear and professional equipment. So I make the brand, my boss friend's brand, look a lot more fancy than it really is. So that's part of the reason why I'm there. But hey, I get paid for it. And so yeah, so we were doing that. They got a Starbucks at the beginning of the day, fully paid, full expense paid, Starbucks. I got to pick my very customized order of peppermint mocha. And then we went to a bougie grocery store that was in the bougie neighborhood. And they paid for our entire lunch. Yes, that happens every single time I go on these shoots. If you're ever wondering what happens when I go on these shoots, my food is always paid. My breakfast is always paid. My food is always paid. And I'm usually in a luxury car or doing something weird for these commercials, because I'm almost always like doing something crazy in these cars. And think about it. This time it was 2 cars. Last time it was 3. I was in 3 different cars last time that were around the same price. So imagine the cars I'm in are like totaling like $300,000 for the last one I did. So I am very, like, I know that this is not normal, but I'm enjoying it nonetheless. And the fact that I have the weird privilege of being in a car that's worth more than anything I will have. It's also having the weird stress of, I gotta make sure I don't spill my coffee in this car, because if I spill my coffee in this car, I'm gonna have generational debt. Like, that's another thing I have to think about. But, you know, I was having a fun time. The rep enjoys my presence every single time. I make the rep laugh, and that's part of the reason why I'm there. Because I actually to these rich people, they really like my presence. I don't know why they love me. Why they love my presence. Like, rich people love me. It's very weird. That rich people just like hanging out with me. I'm just like, I don't know if it's like a charisma thing, or if it's like, I just remind them of something, but for some reason, they just let down their guard, and they're just like, yeah, here's free stuff. I got free stuff at the end of this, too. Sorry, that was a cough. I got, like, a free, like, mug and, like, teddy bears after that shoot. And I got, like, some, like, free, like, a bunch of free stuff after I left that shoot. Like, they gave me, like, a gift bag. Like, an expensive gift bag of stuff. Like, imagine that. Like, that's how I ended my day on Tuesday. But imagine, I'm doing that all sick, right? I'm just having the startings of a cold when I'm doing this shoot. I'm just like, okay, I'm a little sick, but this is not bad. This is not terrible. This is gonna be fine. And then, cut to, like, a couple hours later, after I do that whole shoot, and the adrenaline just, like, leaves my body, and I just, like, pass out, and then my whole body is, like, not doing well. Yesterday, my dad's birthday, and my younger brother helped me go to 20 different towns to get myself badges for my passport on Atlas Earth at level 3. I get 15% of my rental income now. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah. My dad, I got, because Father's Day was Sunday, I had bought a while back this 11-in-1 screwdriver, because electricians and contractors are very specific about their tools, especially electricians, because my dad has the philosophy that if the tool isn't blunt, it's not worth using. Or if it's not rusted, it's not worth using, because we live in an electrician household. And so my dad's, the reason why he has that philosophy is he would rather drop a tool and it be blunt and he gets a little bit of a cut on his leg than to have a sharp tool that cuts off his leg, cuts a big gash into his leg. He also, to give you an idea of why he has this philosophy, he did cut off his thumb once in a saw accident. We reattached it using duct tape, and he could use the thumb. But yeah, he cut off his thumb once in a saw accident, and we, like, over the course of, like, a month of keeping it duct taped to his hand, it grew back. It doesn't look weird. His thumb was black for a while, but it did fine. You know, it's back to normal. You know, kind of. But you know, that's just how my family works. We all know how to reattach limbs. But yeah. So he has that philosophy because of stuff like that happening to us before. And also, something that you guys don't know is that when metal becomes rusted, it's harder for electricity to go through it. So as an electrician, if you notice your electrician has new tools, don't use them. When visiting my dad and his girlfriend, we had pizza for lunch and some cake. I also got to meet their new black cat. He really likes me when I pet him, and he rubs against me and licks my leg a bit. That's wonderful. That's good. Cats are hard to please, so it takes a while for them to warm up to you. But yeah, so if you have an electrician that you ever get and they have new tools, don't hire them. Don't, because that's someone that doesn't know their craft, and they might actually electrocute themselves. Because rusted tools, reason why my dad uses rusted tools is because since electricity can't go through rusted tools as well, you're less likely of getting shocked. But yeah, so it going back to the gift. So I got him because he's very particular about his tools. I first got this gift initially, but I got the wrong type because the problem is when I got him the original one, the tips were held in the base and the tips of the screwdriver are metal. So you don't want metal tips in the base of the screwdriver where they're going to electrocute you. So I was like, okay, good point. I'm going to not use that. So I got him the one he wanted, the 11-in-1. And here's the thing. He had. I'm almost shocked myself trying to unplug my Christmas tree as a kid. LOL. Yeah, I've had that happen before. I actually, when I was working one of my jobs, when I was in retail, I actually had to clean outlets, and one time I got zapped so bad, from cleaning the outlets because we were having a big CEO cleanup day, and I was trying to clean around the outlets, and I accidentally stuck the wet hand sanitizer type rag, like the antiseptic rag, into the outlet a little bit by accident, and yeah, got a pretty decent shock, I'll tell you that. But I'm used to getting electrocuted once in a while. Comes with the territory. But yeah, I constantly have at least 8 volts of electricity coursing through my body normally. So yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I made it myself. It's hand painted. I love it. I'm thinking about eventually doing dark tips on the hair one day, but I haven't gone around to doing the hair texture pattern yet. But yeah, been thinking about doing that, but thank you. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah, it's that's something that happens. Some people, they're able to hold electrical charges in their body and they're totally fine. With my family, that's the case. We're able to hold a lot of electrical charge. Which is kind of hilarious. My dad being an electrician and all. He's been blown up by a lot of panels. So if he couldn't handle, electrical charges, he wouldn't be here. He would probably be blind. But, I remember when I was little, he was at a house that was down the street from my uncle's house, and I actually heard the explosion of my dad, who opened a panel breaker and it exploded in his face. He's actually had that happen several times, but luckily his eyes have always been closed, so he's never gone blind. Most electricians will go blind from explosions. That is a hazard of the workplace. But yeah, so I once heard it, and that was at the other end of the neighborhood. So imagine how far that away and how loud that explosion had to be if I'm on the other side of the neighborhood and I'm hearing the explosion. So that tells you a lot about my family. But yeah, my family is just nuts and crazy. But I love them. They're wonderful. But yeah, my dad is crazy. The fact that he can, he will willingly open a panel and be like, "Yep, I might get exploded today." But that's just part of the job. That's just how it is. US regulations be like, yeah, it's a hazard of the workplace. It happens, sometimes, you have to do that. That's part of the reason why he doesn't, it's a rainy day, he tells his clients, "I am not working." Because he doesn't want the chance that he gets blown up and then electrocuted. So, and this is from a guy that is a 5-star rating and is really good at his job. So imagine someone that's bad at their job and dealing with that. So, I see you have a Twitch. That's awesome. Thank you for following. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, and we reached the goal. We reached the goal of 50. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, we reached the goal of 50 on Twitch. But yeah. Oh, and Gay Cheeto Puff. If you want to go and pet Shelly or do anything like that, the commands are in the about page. No thunder either. Yes, thank you. Let me update the goal so that way we can have that updated. Manage goals. Goal amount and the goal. Yes. And then we're gonna put it at 60. And then we're just gonna put it here. And voila. It's good! But yeah. I'm gonna put this like this. And then, yes! Yes, it's my little axolotl, Shelly. My favorite little axolotl. I got her as a stream pet for the streams. But yeah, the only ones that are able to interact with Shelly are the ones on Twitch because I haven't figured out how to get the owner of Shelly, the previous owner, to go and help me get the YouTube, the YouTube side set up. So until I'm able to figure that out, Shelly is only on Twitch. You're only able to interact with Shelly on the Twitch side. But yay! Happy for you. You could give her love. You can give her cookies. You can do a lot of stuff. I love axolotls, especially the ones in Minecraft. I love axolotls because they're freaks of nature, and I love freaks of nature. I'm someone that loves cryptids and monsters, and axolotls kind of fall in that territory, weirdly enough. Which makes me happy. Oh, speaking of monsters, by the way. So, during my time that I was sick, I was at least productive. I was productive. Since I couldn't use my voice in any way, shape, or form, I decided that I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and make sure my writing is up to snuff. So, I was like, I was not in the mood to do the anime ones, because I don't know why. I was just like, I am not in the mood to write it, but the original ones I got a lot of progress done. So I've been working. The one I mostly worked on was the Supernatural Hospital story that I've been working on. I finally, you guys, I swear I'm gonna be on a government watch list once I finish this thing, because oh my gosh, the shit I have to Google for this stupid story is insane. I had to Google how many units of blood does the human body have daily, and how much gets replenished, and then also how much blood would someone need to lose to die of blood loss, how many units. And I found out a lot of information. Because the problem is, the reason why I had to calculate this is I'm trying to make the vampires more realistic. So I'm trying to make them less, their power set less sexy, because they don't have any downsides. I find they don't have enough downsides. And so it doesn't make sense to me to have oh, these creatures that, I have all these other creatures that have massive weaknesses and massive downsides, and then you have the one vampire that is just yeah, I get to live forever and get to do whatever the fuck I want, and as long as someone doesn't have a wooden stake, I'm fine. I didn't like that. So I was like, you know what? Let's be chaotic. Let's make it to where their blood is just constantly trying to kill them. I had to do that for a story I used to write. Kind of messed up, but it had to be done. Makes the story good. Yeah. So I basically made the vampires just chronically anemic. So they're constantly fatigued. They can't have coffee. They eat flesh though. I made it to where they need to sustain themselves off of blood and flesh. So I gave them the benefit of the doubt of that, but they need blood every 10 days. That's the starvation rate of vampires, is that for a human, like, you could go like 30 days without food. For a vampire, that's 10 days, because their body, since it doesn't replenish fast enough, because their body is constantly eating itself like an autoimmune disease, they need blood to constantly replenish their blood supply within their own body. So they're constantly anemic. So I came up with that idea, and it just made the power set of the vampires a lot more balanced by doing that. And so I did that. I made the vampires more like Death Becomes Her, because I hated the idea of, like, okay, like, I was like, if they live forever, there has to be a caveat. So what I did is that basically, as long as they're drinking an ample amount of blood and stuff like that, they should be fine. If they go and starve themselves, they'll start looking older. So they kind of like Jennifer's body, like, desiccate in a way, where, like, they start, like, not looking too good. They start, like, their skin starts looking bad, start looking patchy, and they start getting pimply and stuff like that, and they start looking sick if they do that. And if they do it long enough and they do it repeatedly, they start aging. So I did like that, and then it's like Death Becomes Her. So they can live forever, but depending upon times in history on how much access they would have had to blood and flesh, vampires have not lived long and very long, because you can't survive in certain time periods. In certain time periods, they had a harder time to survive. So the ones that have a lot more money, obviously they're going to live longer. But the ones that are, like, poor and lower class, it's really, really hard for them to continue living, because it was a really, really hard thing for them to get a hold of food and blood and stuff like that without becoming some kind of, like, monster in people's eyes. So that's the idea. So there's vampires, but not a lot of them. So that makes it a little more balanced. The reason why I also wanted to kind of make vampires a thing is that fairies are a thing in my universe now. Because I wanted it to be that the fairies basically created all the monsters, and the vampires are like a cruel joke on humanity. Because I came up with the idea of a backstory that the whole reason Dracula was the first vampire is he fucking had a bet, with a fae that, like, he's like, I would be the best fairy ever if I had fairy powers and stuff like that. And the fairies were like, bet. Made this dude a vampire, but the vampires got some of the fairy powers, but they got a fucked up version of it. And yeah, don't agree, that's totally fine. They got a fucked up version of it because the fairies wanted to be vindictive. And that's basically the story of, like, all of the monsters. Like, the werewolves, I made them into, like, 3 different classes of monster. I call them the Beastmen. The reason why I call them the Beastmen is that they're not just werewolves. I have decided cryptids fall into this category. So I will have Mothman. I will have Jersey Devils. Culebras. Excuse me. I'll have Culebras. Chupacabras. I would have, there's a bunch of other monsters that I was like, okay, I want to use all of the monsters from folklore and call them that. Now, there are the ones that are accepted as monsters in this universe are the ones that fall into beastmen, witches, vampires, and then they don't fuck with Appalachia. They don't fuck with Appalachia. Appalachia's just a different type of thing. They don't fuck with them. The fairies created those things, and they don't fuck with those. That's the thing. So, there are things in Appalachia, but we don't talk about them. They just are like, don't fuck with those. They do not have a soul. You guys just stay away from those. But yeah. So basically, I did that. So yeah, that way we can have like I would have a breadth of like different creatures and things to play with and different like power sets. Because Beastmen, they follow the same rules for the most part, but they have different like things within their subsection species that may be a little different. So I was like, okay, I want to do the my feline creatures from like 9 Lives of Chloe King. So the my creatures, they have venom. They're cat people, but they have venom in their mouths. That basically kills on contact. So they can't kiss people. So that's a thing. But they have sharpened senses. They're able to like go, and they have like a reason why 9 lives is that it's hard to kill them because they just come back to life. And they only have like a certain amount of lives before they die. No one knows the explanation why. But they're Egyptian, so that's a thing. Werewolves in my universe, there are 3. So I came up with that there's the curse, the wounded, and the blood. So blood werewolves are basically, they were born werewolves. Those werewolves, they descend from a tribe back in Mesopotamia that dealt with Fae when they were back in the olden times, which basically they did a deal with the Fae to make them predators so they can turn into werewolves. They do have to adhere to the moon, but they are the only creatures that actually can turn into wolves. They do maintain their brain, their human brain, because since they were born werewolves, their brain has already basically knows how to function as a wolf and as them. And so they have smoother transitions. Their body starts turning into a werewolf slowly over time to get them ready for when they turn into a werewolf in the full moon. And they can actually turn into a werewolf at any particular time, except for nights where there's no moon in the sky. That is the only exception. They have a very high difficulty with turning into wolves on a new moon because there's no moon in the sky and it's really hard. Then there is the wounded. Wounded are the ones that are like scratch, bit, other ways of getting transmitted. Those ones, they basically, you could turn, hey 𝐂𝐞𝐞. But yeah, they can turn into a werewolf. But if you you treat the lycanthropy quick enough, you might be able to reverse it. If you treat it fast enough. But if it's left undone, they do turn into a werewolf. But because their brain, they were never like born with lycanthropy, it has been thrust upon them. It creates the problem that their brain can't function, and that is more the classic werewolves, where like their brain kind of like has that weird split state. That's basically like does like the classic werewolves. That covers classic werewolves and stuff like that. The Teen Wolf werewolves, I kind of, basically most of it, I wanted to honor different eras of werewolves. So, like, the blood werewolves are an honor to the classic werewolves myth that came from the medieval and earlier ancient Mesopotamia times. Whereas the wounded werewolves, they're more of the 80s werewolves, the 60s werewolves, wolfman hybrids, even going into teen wolf territory. Then I have cursed. Cursed aren't always treatable. Curse is reversible. Curse is always reversible no matter what point in the transformation you're at. But the downside is their brain cannot handle being a werewolf, and so their brain is just stuck as an animal. When they transform, they do not. It's not a sexy transformation. It's not that they're half transformed. No, they are human at one point, werewolf at another. You know, cursed ones, they have the privilege that they're able to get their curse reversed by witches at hospitals, at these supernatural hospitals. But the other ones, they cannot reverse it. Not really. Blood werewolves will never be able to reverse it. That is part of their biology, and that's not going to happen. But ones that are wounded, treated fast enough, you won't be a werewolf. But cursed ones, they could treat it at any moment using charms or enchantments to basically dispel the spell, and they can get their lives back. So yeah, that's the Beastman. Hey, CG. That's the breakdown of the Beastmen. Hey, Cooper. That's a breakdown the Beastmen and the lore that I created. Witches are people that witchcraft can be taught to people, but there are groups of people that descend from the early humans that were were taught magic by the Fae. And so those people, they have a greater affinity to magic and are able to do stronger spells. Whereas someone that doesn't have a family relation. No, I didn't finish Poppy because it glitched out. I'm waiting for it to do a patch release, and then I'll go back to Poppy. But for today, we're doing Crime Scene Cleaner. But yeah. But basically, the witches that descend, they're able to do stronger spells, and they don't require as many people to do spells. Whereas anyone can do witchcraft. Heck, even werewolves and vampires are able to do witchcraft, but it's not. Never understand the difference between a witch, sorcerer, and a wizard. Okay, here's the difference. Witch have grimoires. Wizards, they imbue magical artifacts, magical things, for example, a wand, to then help them in enchantments. So they need the wand as a focusing stick, kind of like how a mage needs their staff as something to focus their magic towards. It's a point of concentration. Sorcerers, they don't need any spells. They're more of like, they don't have a spell book, but they are a magic caster. Okay, I don't know what game you're talking about on which you're playing later because I've never heard of it. I decided to take a mental break from YouTube until I feel it's right. Yeah, it happens. Hey, Meow Meow. What are we talking about? It's fascinating, and I'll read. Yeah, I'm writing an original, series. So I'm writing an original series on a supernatural hospital. So I'm writing a supernatural hospital anime, basically. And I'm trying to flesh out the magic system, because once I flesh out the magic system and I get all of the planning done, then it's a lot easier to write the series, because I just have to go back to the planning whenever I need to fix anything with the lore or anything like that. But yeah, so yeah, witches in my universe exist. Witches exist. They are taught magic by the Fae. The Fae have ultimate power. Fae eat flesh, they eat blood, they drink blood, but they cannot lie. They cannot lie, and they're very direct. So they're the ones that will do an eye for an eye, and it's a literal eye. So they're very direct and they're very equal. You can never make deals with them because they will do that. They can affect anything that's in their domain. So if they have claimed the space as their domain, anyone that steps into it can be affected. Oh, you love my live stream so much? That's wonderful. And then if they have your name, oh, you're fucked. Because then they can do whatever the fuck they want to you with your name. And then on top of that, they basically, because they're the way they are, it's really hard to get a good fae. Like, because most of them, they have to go back to the fae realm constantly because the fae realm functions on a different time scale. I haven't figured out how far of a time scaling it is. Like, whether it's like weeks to a month or like something like that, where like fae time is like, oh, whatever happens in the human world takes a month, but in the fae realm it takes like a day, right? I haven't figured that out yet, but it's going to be something like that. And they have to go back to the fae realm constantly. So they're not allowed to stay in the human realm because the fae don't want you to acclimate with the humans. But some fae have been exiled or gone against these rules, so they've acclimated with humans, so they're a little more docile with them. So that's kind of the idea of one of them. I have one character that I'm workshopping and deciding on whether I want her to be the fae, and I have her as a receptionist, which is more fucked up. So I did that. So the idea is, you have like you have one character where he's a blood werewolf, and he's with his childhood friend, who's a human that doesn't know he's a werewolf, and they both go into college. Now here's the thing, their college is far from home. All of their support systems are very far away. So he basically has to start over in a new place. Oh, thank you for subscribing! Meow meow, thank you. So he has to start over in a new place in like this college campus. And this college campus was the college campus where his father went to school when he was in college. So there just so happens to be a couple of people who are lingering figures that know of his father. And his father's dead, by the way. His father died before puberty. So he never learned how to turn into a werewolf properly. So basically he knows that he's like, I want to study to be a veterinarian, because in this world vet techs are actually supernatural hospital people. So the veterinarian clinic is a front for a supernatural hospital, and all of the no need to thank me, this is fantastic. Yes. And so basically the idea is that if you're a supernatural person, I even thought about the insurance, right? Because I was like, for a solid day, I was like, how would supernatural insurance work? I figured it out. It's pet insurance. Pet insurance. And how pet insurance works, if you don't know. Pet insurance, you pay the total at the beginning, and then the insurance company reimburses you when you call and make the claim. So that's perfect for supernatural insurance. So how that would work is you go to the hospital, you go in for your claim. If it's your first time at the hospital, they'll probably let you know, hey, you might want to set yourself up for pet insurance. And this is the number to the specific group of people in the insurance company that you want to be working with that will cover your claim. So what they do is the medical biller at the hospital will tell you who are the people that you need to reach out to in your pet insurance coverage thing to then facilitate your care. So you pay your bill, you go and do that. Also, the medical billers are vampires, because vampires, they're able to compel, enthrall. So they're the only people that can force you into paying. So That's another thing. I came up with that. But yeah, so they basically they give you the information to the insurance company of who's the real people to talk to. The real people set you. You may have to pay a higher deductible at the very beginning, for the supernatural insurance, under pet insurance, but it's a lot more worth it because you'll pay the beginning deductible. It'll be very high for the first year, and then after that, as don't have to, you're only going to the hospital for like checkups and stuff like that, your deductible goes down. It becomes a lot more manageable in terms of price, and then it functions similar to like a health insurance, just you pay ahead of the time, if you get what I mean. So that's how I came up with the medical billing for this stupid thing for like this hospital, because I had to come up with it. That's something that's important, because you have to, when you have a series like this, you have to think of, what does billing look like? Who would be the neurosurgeons? Like, I even came up with that the ones that would be phlebotomists, if you don't know, they are the ones that they extract your blood at the hospital. They are the ones that deal with your blood, test your blood and stuff like that. I made them the vampires because vampires, something that I thought would be something that would make sense for a vampire to have is they have infrared vision. And something you might not know, some hospitals have infrared scanners that look for your veins. So they could have a visual scan of where your veins are, and then they go and inject their needles and stuff like that. Vampires would make sense in this spot because they have infrared vision. So if they would go and they would inject needles, they would also test your blood because they would be able to smell any problems with your blood, detect any issues by taste. Just to know your live stream makes me happy when I get sad. Oh, thank you. But so they're able to taste the blood, see what's wrong with it. And I also made it to where since the blood is very different for beastmen and for vampires can taste blood of beastmen because there's no cross species contamination for them in terms of blood. So they're able to do a lot more tests when it comes to running blood samples. So it makes sense that vampires would be there. Also, vampires would make sense as neurosurgeons because of the same thing. They're able to use infrared to go and create mental maps of what is going on with your brain scans and that. But who would make for perfect nurses? Werewolves. Because werewolves, they're able to go and absorb your pain by just holding your hand. So they're able to temporarily absorb your pain. 2, they can smell illnesses coming off of you. So they can tell what are you sick with if it's something that is not blood related. So it makes it for a very easy thing to test. By the way, this is based off of what animals can actually do. This is what dogs are able to do. They can smell seizures before they happen. So they're able to properly prepare the person before they seize. That's another thing that I thought of. And then another thing that the werewolves that make them really good nurses is that they're able to measure your vital signs and your glucose levels. Oh, what's my favorite horror game? Really, it bounces. The thing is I haven't really played a lot of horror games due to, like, so all of the games that you guys see me play, they're all the stuff I've played recently are all the stuff that I really played because I never got a chance to play it when I was younger. So I would say out of the ones that I've played lately, I'm gonna have to say I enjoyed Dark. I have a special place in my heart for Dark because it was one of the ones that I found was very intriguing when I played it, and 2, it's one of the first games I played when I started my channel, so it has a special place in my heart. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. But yeah, so I literally, so yeah, werewolves as nurses make the most amount of sense. I did that. Witches as, plague granny, I would have to check it out. Like I said, with every single one that you guys send me, I then check it out and then put it to a viewer vote. So I'll go and check it out and I'll see if I want to do it. But and then witches, those are your pharmacists, your apothecaries, they're running labs on your like your test samples and stuff like that. And then I also came up with like this architectural structure of this hospital. I even figured that out because the front of the hospital, that's all veterinary stuff. And then how it would work in this hospital is that they have, like, when you go to sign in, they have a pen that's made of mountain ash. Mountain ash only reacts to supernatural supernatural creatures. So how it reacts is basically you either can't hold it or it burns your fingers. So if you're someone that doesn't already figure out that, see that person is supernatural, if you have any guess, if you're very unsure, you just give them the pen. And then if they can't hold it, they then send them back to a back office, which then they would take them to basically a room, like a inpatient room. And that one, it would also have mountain ash, but it would be in a ring around the patient chair. So when the patient goes to sit down, if they bounce off it like a force field, voila, supernatural creature, take them to the back. If not, then they know it's not something like that. It's just someone that's coming in for rabies or coming in for an actual veterinary thing. Because the reason why I chose a veterinary clinic to be the basis for the hospital is, one, I based it off of Teen Wolf, as you could probably figure out. But two, something that people don't realize is that it's not unusual for someone to go into a veterinary office to get rabies treatments or to get treatments for ringworm or stuff like that. Because for any treatment that the hospital can't do, because it would need a specialist that specializes in animalistic medicines, they sometimes will send you to a vet clinic. And especially if you live in these mountain towns. So it makes a lot of sense. Thank you. But yeah, so that's the idea behind it. But I've only written like the first 4 pages because I do a very extensive planning. I rather plan very, very hard and then take a long time to write it, and it's really good right off the bat, than to write it and it's word vomit. So I've been planning up a storm to get this series off the ground, get it working, get it looking amazing. And sometimes I even make myself laugh with the type of shit I write, because the main lead character, one of the main lead characters, the girl, I named her Sadie. Sadie, this chick, she doesn't know her best friend Aaron is like a werewolf and has been a werewolf their entire lives. Doesn't know, hasn't paid attention much, but she's a fan fiction writer. She's a fan fiction writer for supernatural creatures. So imagine, he's just been listening to his friend for their entire lives just write supernatural fan fiction and be horribly incorrect with this fan fiction, and on like AO3 and like Wattpad and shit like that, and he's like, oh gosh, not again, you know. So like the idea is that it's the irony of she's a fanfic writer that writes about supernatural fiction but doesn't know that her best friend is a werewolf. Have you seen Minecraft movie yet? Because I don't want to. I haven't really. It's really hard for me to go to places because I don't drive. So, like, in the Minecraft movie, I don't think it's in streaming services yet. So, whenever it gets to streaming services, I'll tell you what I think about it. But I don't know like, I haven't checked it out. So I couldn't really give you any real good review, to be quite honest. Like, but yeah, still working on it. Let me see if everything's going well in that. I want to make sure everything is working smoothly. Okay, so this one's working smoothly, and this one's working smoothly. Good, 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 good. I try to make sure, because I don't want to be, like, disconnected, and then you guys don't know what's going on. But yeah. Jeez. I hate all this drainage. I'm gonna get some water. Let me grab water. But yeah, so that's what I've been writing for the past couple days. And I have, like, a vampire professor character. Are you the age to drive? Yes, I am. The problem is that I don't drive. I do have a learner's permit, but I never got around to driving because my family, we live in a very crowded town, crowded city. So the problem is there's nowhere really good to practice because there's no, like, empty parking lots that we can do that you won't get in trouble doing, and all the roads are chaotic and have, like, crop circles. And if I want to hire a driving instructor, that's about $200 to do a 30-minute session with a driving instructor. So I can't afford to even go to a driving school or do a driving instructor. So I just haven't had the chance to do it. I've been busy, to be honest. But yeah, that's the reason why when you live in a very crowded city, it makes it even harder. And then my family, because they have a family business, they don't have time to teach me. So I haven't had the chance to learn for the most part. So I haven't had the chance to do it. But that's the thing. Your area might be a little less difficult to drive around. My area, we have very high congestion, very high traffic. Everybody drives down our streets like 40 miles per hour or 70 miles per hour when it's one of the higher traffic streets. So they're driving like if they're in Fast and Furious. So when you're a new driver, you can't exactly drive slow. And then on top of that, we have crop circles every couple places because since they drive 40 miles per hour down a residential lane, of course they would put crop circles so that way they would stop people from doing that. And then we also have, like, very chaotic intersections and everything. Right now, it just doesn't make sense for me to do it. My family just hasn't gone around to helping me with it. And I just, it happens. Some people, they don't learn to drive even though they're old. Like, I'm old. I can admit that. And I haven't, learned how to drive. I'm about to finish my bachelor's in college. And I still haven't learned to drive. So, trust me, it's really more about where do you live and what opportunities you got. Yeah. It's fine. That's totally chill, Cooper. I'm gonna start the game because right now my my throat is getting all drippy again And I better, like, give it a rest. So, we're gonna start. Let me move this over so I can see. Let's see, did it move it over here? No, it did not. So good. Stay. One thing I hate about this game is, for some reason, this game is insistent on making it to where you can't touch anything. You can't, like, switch between screens very easily. I have to, like, click the, like, I have to click several different buttons to get out of it, and it's annoying. I'm gonna get another oral anesthetic. Give me a sec. You guys just watch.
You can work hard through your whole life, but sometimes even that's not enough. When a person struggles to make ends meet, it's easy to become desperate. As it turns out, one short call can hold the power to change it all. But the question is, should you really take it?
I just dropped all my medication on the floor. I'll figure that out later.
Mr. 𝐂𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐞, I fucked up.
Wait. Let me see. Let me see something. I want to make sure. Okay, everything is up. Good, good, good. Because for a second I was concerned that you guys couldn't see it.
I'm not sorry.
Alright. Are you serious? Just go to the apartment 23, and I hit the key near the door. You won't miss it. Money's inside. Bye. Okay. So that's cool. Alright. I'm gonna put this oral anesthetic in my mouth. There we go. Now I won't be coughing. I know, I'm popping these things like candy. I shouldn't be. Okay.
I still have more work to do.
Yeah, but I want to check inside. Alright, let's check. Open codex with T. That's a weird thing. You can check all your active quests in the upper left side of your screen. If you get lost at any point, that's where you can look for your goals and current progress. Tools. Hand. Cool. Tab. Open wheel. Equipped hands. Pick up, drop, and throw. Okay. And there's a skill tree. Great. Okay. You know what's funny about this game? I almost played this, like, Halloween of, like, last year. I almost did, but then something came up. Okay, so definitely... Did it just become nighttime real quick? No. Okay, I was just confused for a sec.
I need to open it from the other side.
Need to open it from the other side. Okay, why is this door barricaded? I got questions. Okay. So Mara is gonna come on this screen, probably? Chrise The Abyss. It's the same thing. Release. Cool. Pick up. Am I able to clean this shit up? Let me go to tab. Tab. Garbage. Yes. I know this hasn't started, but I'm taking these. I want to clean this up. There. Now no one will trip. There. I know I'm not supposed to clean this part up probably, but I'm like, it doesn't hurt to clean up a little. You know, just a little. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Eviction notice. Cool. I cannot see it for shit. Cool. So definitely not in this room. I assume Cooper plays because that's your, handle. Okay. Is there another way to get in here? Oh my gosh, my computer is having a heart attack. Jeez. I put it on low.
Do you want to win $1,000 in our lottery? It's really easy.
Can I just... No?
165.
Can I collect it? No?
Everyone wins.
If you guys can hear it, my computer's having a heart attack and going crazy. It doesn't like that I am doing this. Let me see it. Is this an opening? Okay, let me change out of my hand. Okay. It is having a heart attack, geez. Okay, so is there any other way I can get in here? Because the key is... It says the key is nearby. They said it. I wouldn't want to ask you that question because that might be not safe for me to ask. So sorry. Okay, is there any way to get into this? So definitely not there. Is this the way? No. No, that's not the way. But why is this area so dark? Like, do I get a flashlight? Is that a thing? Do I get a flashlight? Because this is stupid. I feel like there should be something. Am I missing something? Oh, this is stairs! Oh my gosh, my depth perception. I know! I put it on the lowest setting. I genuinely, I thought that my depth perception sucks. Because right here, right? Let me show you what I thought this was. Right? You know those metal grates? You know those metal grates that you go and you pull them up on a thing? That's what I thought this was. My depth perception sucks. Okay. It was just my eyes being just bad. No fucking wonder. Eviction notice. Gentrification. Dear tenants, you're required to vacate the building within 90 days. The housing estate was sold to Ruth L.S. Development. Ruth L.S.D. Wow. Okay. And will soon be transformed into exclusive residential complex. Yep.
In other words, you're too poor to live here.
Yeah. Can I punch? Booyah! Yes. Okay. I am satisfied. Okay. Man, this is the dirtiest place. Jeez. You don't want to clean up a little?
Should be here somewhere.
Ooh, darts. Cool. I already see a faucet icon. Cool. Oh, there's the key.
So
Cool.
that's
Thank
where
you.
put it.
I technically played like the prologue because I was planning on doing it for like a stream and then I never did it. To the mindless moron living here, I am so sick of you. Sick of hearing your hippie music every single night. Sick of all the shady looking friends banging on your door and discussing things too lovely in the hallway. You're making my life a living hell. Cool. Good to know that you're the
Yeah, it was a pretty tough
everybody's
neighborhood from what I
best
see.
friend.
I'm in.
Okay. Sir, have you not heard of containing the mess ever? Like, this is a little much. Ooh, key. And he's got an e-scooter. Yes, I know. He got an e-scooter. I was so jealous of my friend when she would zip around on her stupid e-scooter. I was like, I want one. Ooh, cool. Tab. And bucket. Let's put the bucket. Bucket! Okay, bucket. Oh my gosh. Did you vomit blood? What the hell happened here? Like, what type of fucking mess is this? Who did this? Okay, whatever the fuck. Okay, we'll do a scrub daddy. Scrub daddy, you're the one. Okay. Okay, let's get it. Wash off your first blood stains. Yep. And you got it on the toothbrush too. Oh gosh. Alright. And then let me get a mop. Stab it. Squeegee, squeegee, squeegee. You got it even on the door? What the hell? Were you like bursting? Did you like kick in the door? Like, what the fuck? Okay. There. Yeah. This is so satisfying. Like, I really enjoy this stuff. This is like one of my favorite things in the world. Ooh, it's already red. So let's do this. It's just tomato juice at the end of the day. Nothing to worry about, YouTube. Monetization. If you would like to help. Alright, so let's do this. Oh, just so nice. There, and then a little bit over here. Did you jump out a window? Like, why? Okay. And then, like, what happened here? Like, did you just, like, rub your body, your dead body against the wall? Like, this is the most dramatic crime scene ever. Like, you are a drama queen, whoever did this crime scene. Then again, you did die from severe blood loss, but still. Oh, I need to replace my sponge. Yes. Yes, get the little specks. Just the little specks. Just treat it with a little bit of lemon juice and some goof off, a little bit of grease cleaner, and then you're all good. There's gonna be no blood on the carpet. I don't know if I said too much. There we go. Alright. Okay, you have a guitar and this. Okay. I don't even want to know the scene that happened in here. I got questions, but I'm too scared to ask them.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know I signed up for this.
You now say that? How did one person game manage to put footprint on the door? I think he kicked in the door. That's what I think happened. That's the only thing that would make sense. But why to vomit blood in the sink? Okay. Our thing's almost red. Come on. Oh, it's full now. It's soaked in blood now. Or tomato juice. Sorry. YouTube. My bad. Okay. And let's put my hands back. And yeah. Yeah.
Underestimate Dad's strength.
All right. Think you were doing this IRL. Did I think you were doing this IRL? Funny, hopefully. Ira. Did you know Poppy Playtime might come before Fortnite? I did not know. But considering I haven't played Fortnite in a long time, like Fortnite got too easy when I used to play it and I just stopped playing it.
I need to talk to you. Can't we just do it over the phone? No, we can't. Stop sneaking around and drag your ass over here. Easy, bro. I am on my way. I'm waiting.
Now one of them is dead and the other one is screwed.
Okay. Well, that's evidence. Ooh, let's fix it. Let's fix this. Yes. 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 Money! Can I steal it? Yes! Money! Okay, where can I put you? Where can I put you that's not in a mess? For now, you go here. Good, you're not falling on the floor. Good, good, good. Alright. More mess. But, yay. Let's get the sponge daddy, and let's do the cushions. Because you don't want to put a mop on this. You need a specialized sponge for the cushions. Yes. You need a specialized sponge to get the cushions done. Did I miss any cushions over here? Oh, I missed this. There we go. No, it's gone. Cool, cool. Is there any more stuff I could steal? I'll sponge everything and then I'll do a once over. Ooh! More. Yes. Clean. Clean with the sponge. The sponge. I don't know, actually. Oh, it's full. I only know it's on Steam. That's where I'm playing it off of right now. Okay. Let's throw away some stuff. You're back from lunch? Are you about to lose it now? Sorry, Dongery. I have probably made you lose your lunch. Sorry. Alright, let's throw some stuff away. Ooh! Trash. Yes. 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 All of this. What happened here? Like, what type of ring around the rosy bloodshed happened here? What that a game called? Can you put it in the chat? Oh, it is crime scene cleaner. Crime scene cleaner. Okay, anything else that you need to put away?
Stabbed to
Oh,
death,
there he is.
allegedly in self-defense.
Well, found the body. Oh,
Can't pick up anything with a full bag.
there we go. Not my problem anymore. I'm used to seeing stuff like this since I've played horror games and watched horror movies. Hey, some people, I don't know what type of constitution you have, so I wouldn't know if you wouldn't be able to handle this or not. So, that's why I said, you might lose your lunch. Might. Me, I'm used to, like, eating stuff while watching watching horror movies. And so even my mom would sometimes gets disgusted, and she's like, how are you eating and watching this? This is gross. And I'm like, because it just is. Oh man, I'm tracking blood around the house. Just more shit for me to clean. Oh wow, it's in his back. Okay. Oh, and I finished this bag. Yeah. Well, I need my mop because I'm starting to track stuff around the house, and that's not a good thing. This is just so soothing. This is satisfying for me. Like, I love this. I don't know why this brings me joy, but this brings me so much joy. Hey, it's only because it's draining into my throat and it's tickling the back of my throat, so it's bothering me. It's bothering my throat right now. And I'm trying to, talk in a different part of my voice than I usually talk, so that way I could still do the stream. Have you ever seen Terrifier 2? It's a horror movie. No, but I have watched 𝐂𝐤𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿's music video featuring Terrifier. Oh my gosh, 𝐂𝐤𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿. Oh, I love them. They're amazing. Like, Hip to Be Scared. Oh my gosh. Rainy Day. Even the one with oh my gosh. The one for Silence of the Lambs. Oh. Well, but my favorite one is the one that is I'm starting to spread it. Is the one that is the one for, I think, for the Evil Dead. That one's my favorite of all of the 𝐂𝐤𝐿's songs. It's just so raw, raw, raw. Like, I love when it's super metal. Like, they go into metal, screaming territory, and I'm like, oh yes. I've been, actually, speaking of metal screaming, I've seen Silence of the Lambs. It is good. Because I was a film student, I was required to watch all, Silence of the Lambs and, a bunch of other horror movies because it's part of our cinema studies class into it. Personally, I enjoy it because it's a really cool dissection. Now, in terms of serial killers, it's close in terms of how serial killers and sociopaths would act, but not as good as you could get. So, they really didn't refine the psychology of their own film. It's technically the clown, but the people tend to be horrible in those films, so you can argue that it's the people. I'm tracking it through the house. Not again. Let me get this. Yeah. Nah. There. Yeah, Art the Clown. I was gonna say Bobo, but Bobo doesn't make sense. When I told my mom once that I watched the movie, then she was getting chills. Yeah. My parents are used to it. They know there's something wrong in my head because I've been watching like horror movies since I was little. I watched the Saw movies when I was 5 with a straight face. So, considering I was a child and I was watching shit like that. Hey, Gaiden. Welcome, Gaiden XD. Or is it Ganon? Ah, fuck. I'm spreading it. Why are people so stupid in horror movies? It's mostly lazy writing. Oh, I have to drain it? No, let me bucket. Let me bucket. No. Yay, it's refreshed. It's mostly lazy writing, to be honest, because if someone actually had half the sense to write something that was thought-provoking of how a victim can actually go and escape a serial killer trying to kill them, like, it would actually be more entertaining, to be honest. But since most films are from the point of view of the serial killer also, you can also reason that from the serial killer's perspective, they consider their victims a lot stupider than they actually are. So you could also see it from that point of view as well. But yeah, that's mostly my take on it. Oh, I'm gonna spread it again. Fuck. Ah, so much blood, so little time. Come on. Let him grow. He was a grower, not a shower. I have to... Why is there so much blood? Alright. Is it on here too? No. I was gonna say. Thanks. Oh my gosh. Is there any place where you didn't get it on? Like, seriously. You got it on everything? Like, how chaotic of a Jackson Pollock painting did you do to this guy? What the fuck? If you just stabbed him in the back, why is it so bloody? But why in horror movies when people hear creepy noises in the basement? Why do they go to the basement? I don't know, personally. I just feel like it's something... Like, most horror movies, I question the people's motives. I'm just like, you do realize that you have so many chances. There's usually, like... When I go into a movie... I'm the worst person to take into a horror movie because I will start counting all the moments that they could have done a rational decision. Like, all the chances that the guy or the like horror movie monster gave them before they died to like get out of this situation, and they didn't. Like, I will start counting, and it's so annoying for people because they're like, you're ruining it, Chrissy. Like, if I wanted to count how many times the person could have closed the door, like I would be doing it. You are the worst person to watch movies with. With my dad especially, because I'm someone that I notice things even in non-horror movies. Like, we were watching Ginny and Georgia the other last night, maybe the night before that. We were watching Ginny in Georgia. I made a horror movie called Fawn Hill. That's cool. But yeah, we were watching Ginny in Georgia, and my dad needs me there because he can't read the text messages in that show. But the big problem is that I'm noticing too many details because my brain is just that observant when it comes to films and TV. So I'm noticing details, and he's like, can you not spoil it for me? Can you stop? I'm the worst person to take to a movie. I stand on that hill. That's my hill to die on. I am the worst person to take to movies. Okay. Alright.
Looks fine now.
There we go. Now, where do I put these chairs? That desk is fine. Let me grab this. Where you go? Here? Yes. You? Yes. You. Yeah. 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 Cool. Okay. Did I fix you? Yes, I did. Come on. Fit. Fit. There. Fit. Fit. There. There we go. Yay! Alright. Where the fuck do I put this hookah? Is it supposed to go over here? Ooh, there's a side table. Ooh, this is where you go. Yes. Okay. Let's do the mopping. All right. Let's get rid of the footprints that I might have tracked. There's it. Okay. I grab my hands. I think I already fixed it. Did I fix it? It looks fixed. Yeah. You made 3 episodes of the Fawn Hill movie? That's cool. Okay. And a better move from starting to feel better. Yeah. Like I said, I'm like at the very end of it. So, if I was still congested, like I would have like told you guys maybe Wednesday, but I felt good enough that I was like, you know what, I'm doing it today. But yeah. You got it even on this partition wall? What the hell, dude? And you got it up here too. Why? How? I have so many questions. And it's not coming off. No. It's not coming off. To be honest, I think it's that he wanted to eat people. But considering most of the children are floating, I don't know. I know he rips off his arm.
Using mop here is pretty much as ineffective as mopping around.
Yes, because the carpet. But I'm not mopping.
Use a sponge.
I'm not mopping the carpet. I'm mopping around the carpet.
Using mop here is pretty much as ineffective
Shut
as
up!
mopping around.
You don't have to remind me! Okay, the mop's done. Let me mop around the carpet, then I'll go in with the fancy sponge. There, there. Wait. Is that siren for me? No.
I should use a sponge.
Come on! I will literally do it in a second. Let me do this in peace. Oh, that's good, Dungary. I'm there. I'm here. I don't know about you, Connor. I think your internet connection is out of whack. Yes. Now, where do I put the bomb? No blood on the table, so I can put this here. Ooh. Whose phone is
Yet
this?
no fun was had.
Kat, I might be late. Sorry. Kathy. Why? You were on a date or something? Kat, no, but I'm gonna buy the green goddess and have fun. Kathy, alright. See you tomorrow. Later. Kat, smiley face. So you know that the random screen of the 𝐂𝐤𝐴 right well popped up on my screen and you did not pop up on my screen. Try Q for the cleaner sense. Shows the blood you can't see. Good point. Yeah, I've done a pretty good job. And shows lootables as well. Oh, good point. Lootable. Lootable. No. Yes. Oh, that's just blood. Okay. Alright.
He kicked the habit himself, but hasn't stopped pushing the product.
Yep. Drug Anonymous. Alright. Let's see. Let's get... Where's my Sponge Daddy? Sponge Daddy! You're the one! Okay, let's see. But yeah, let me check on the stream to see if everything's going well. Just give me a second. Because Connor's got me a little scared that it's not going. It's not visible. Let me just make sure that it's visible. Yeah, it's visible. It's just, you might, some people's stuff might be delayed. Let me see the Twitch side. Twitch side is good too. Okay, so back to this. And this, and back to the game. All right. Ooh, is this full? No, it's not full. Can I crouch? Yeah. Garbage can, mop, detergent. Yes, mate. Be careful, because if you pour out the water and replace the detergent, effect will disappear. Okay. Let's go into actions. Is there a crouching one? I feel like I should be able to crouch. Surprisingly, no. Crouch is not an option. Control or shift? Oh, control. Thank you, Gaiden. There we go. Let me check on Q. Nothing? No. Alright, let's go like this. Okay. Now it's soaked. We're just gonna crouch walk all the way over to the bucket. Nothing to see here. There we go. Alright. Just taking our time. Just a nice soothing stream today. Today's just a nice soothing stream. That's all it is. Sure, there's dead bodies, but nothing that we can't handle. Alright. Sorry, dude. I gotta mop your body. Hey, Randy! What's up? Alright. Let's replace this. We're gonna go E to collect. And then put it back. So we can drain it and get fresh water. Thank you. Let's take our little bucket to the place because we don't want to have to deal with it. Alright, let's put it somewhere where we're not gonna knock it over. There we go. Alright. There we go. Excuse me, dead body. Just gotta wash your corpse. Nothing to see here. There. Smack you in the face with my little mop. There we go. Cash, drugs, tiny, small, medium blocks, treasure, jewelry, and common things you steal can be converted into upgrade points. Okay. Yes. Your apartment is gonna be brand spanking new when I'm done with it. Okay. That reminds me. Let me get the trash out. These look new. No. This is cold pizza. Is there anything I could throw away? No. We're just gonna have to wait. Ooh, steel. We'll sell some drugs. Actually say no to drugs. Bookshelf and other common at least are lootable. Yeah. Open. Oh, there's a thing. Pennywise. 2 boxes of K. Ice. Usual amount. Rob. 40p. Of Mandy. Lean. 5 bottles. Elliot J. Silent Bob. Is that a... That's a Clerks reference. Same old 1 ounce chronic, Susie and Lisa, 1 box of ice, Igor, 50p of Fent, Diane, 20p of Mandy, Eric, 3 bottles of lean, Nate, 3 grams of C, Tyler, nothing, because the mofo owes me 5K. Okay.
Tyler owed him a lot of money.
That is so
That's
funny.
what their beef was about.
Bye, Cooper. Yep, a client's list. Definitely. Okay. Well, you seem like you were trying to get to here, so that... I don't know what I'm going to see beyond this door, but it doesn't seem good.
Murder weapon. That letter T is pretty incriminating.
Where's the T? I don't see a T. Is that on the blade? Or on the handle? I don't know. Oh, I almost... I'm sorry, dude. Okay, let's go jumping out of windows. Let's let the intrusive thoughts win. Ooh, garbage. Okay. Ooh, this guy was a painter. Cool. That's not concerning at all. Ooh, wait. Ooh, you slept
This
on
piece
here?
of junk still operational?
Interesting. Can it press it? No. Does not work. What the hell are you? Alright. Hi-ya! And yeah. Okay. Trash time. Gotta keep everything tidy. Alright. Beer is good. Okay. Couldn't come up with anything more interesting to say, I guess. Alright. Let's see whatever the fuck is beyond this door. Okay, more mess. And it's leaking from the ceiling. Wonderful. Sorry you tried the red button. The red is stop, green is to go. Let's see. Green is to go? Okay. Yes! 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 Hiya! Hiya! Oh my gosh, what culty shit did I find? Well, we can clean up in the meantime. Anything's better than the basement of blood that we're about to deal with.
It's like I'm sneaking into somebody's dream.
I think this is worse. Okay. So let's see. It's never good that there's a piece of toilet paper in a place that is not a bathroom. That's never a good sign. Tells you what this guy was using this room for. Oh, another piece of toilet paper. What a wonderful thing to see. Is that the guy from the 𝐂𝐤𝐞𝐽 commercial? Okay. Yay. Okay, Geico commercial Neanderthal. Sorry that he was rubbing one out for you. Roses are red, like my blood. Now I'm clean and sober, but my dad's still a cunt. Can't count on him or anyone else. No one ever gets me like my dead girls do. What the fuck?
It's like some poet said, man is the most soulful predator on earth.
I was wondering, have you ever played Me Side? Not yet. We were going to do it for one of the votes, but it didn't end up getting enough votes. So we haven't done it yet. But it is one of the options when I do another vote. So don't you worry, you might have a chance to still play it.
This is not the way.
Artist self-love is inescapable. Okay, that's not great. Never a good thing to find. Okay. Now let's go back to the main quest. Bye, weird dungeon of wet dreams. Okay, let me plug in my phone because my phone's about to die. So, let me give myself a sec. And I'll drink water in the meantime because I need a hike. Drink water, because water is needed. Yay. Okay. Well, let's get on with the next part. Alright. So we let the intrusive thoughts win, and we went into the weird wet dream dungeon, but we're on to the next part. Let me just make sure that my face is not fucked up. Okay. So we're doing good. Alright, on to the next part! Okay. Bloody attic. What do you have for me? This is not a good sign.
What happened up there?
Do you want to know?
What the actual fuck? Seems like our guy had another hobby.
You think? The fact that he mentioned the dead girls that are in his poetry? Yep. Okay. Well, we're gonna crouch and go up. Yeah, I unlocked the space. Oh my gosh, it's bloody. Seriously? Ah, do I really need to see the pictures? No. Oh gosh.
Looks like Rob was a real freak.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
I should never have gotten involved with this.
Yeah, okay. Ah, random post-it note. Guess something else is normal.
My stomach's already in knots.
Haha, funny, dude. Puns. Alright, let's see what else does this guy got. Ooh, a cassette tape.
Why do psychos love classical music so much?
Alright. Well, we found the base of the operation. We found the green goddess. The Green Valley. Oh my gosh, this is glitching out. The Mystic Forest. The Lettuce of Dreams. I know, I'm making fun of it. I love it.
At this point, might as well sell some drugs on the side.
pound of pounds of kush. All right.
Things change from
Okay.
really bad to absolutely horrible.
If I thought that what he did before was a Jackson Pollock painting, this is definitely on that level. Yeah. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Well.
That's very vintage, just like me.
I wouldn't get too excited about looking at this shit. Hey, Baba Chops. You see what I have to deal with now? This? Okay. Should we set her down? I think we should set her down. Come on, let me...
If I bail, the cops will find out what happened here, sooner or later.
Okay, let's throw
This
you.
might lead them to Tyler.
There you go.
Tyler will surely lead them to me.
Alright. Now let's get the sponge daddy and get this going. Good. Like it never even happened. Oh, it's full. Boop. Good. There we go. There we go. Let's do this. And then let's wipe all of this off. We don't need to leave the scene of the crime with the remnants of her. We need to give her her dignity back because we definitely robbed her of it. Boop. Yep. And let's use the mop for a bit. Might as well, we're tracking blood everywhere. We need to clean up our mess. The thing I find interesting is the guy talks on this compared to other cleaning games. I think it's great. Personally, this is a lot better than like Power Wash Simulator in my opinion, because like at least with this one, it's got a fun premise. Power Wash Simulator, it's cool, but it gets monotonous quickly. Move, lady. I will sponge your butt. There, I'm sponging your butt. You're gonna have a clean ass when you get to your grave. Abusing it again. I see, Baba Chap. Alright. There we go. Now we're not going to be tracking it through the house. We'll just step on the dead bodies. Sus. What, I'm sus? I don't know. But, like, to be so for real, like, when you have to do this for, like, a haunted house, it's, like, annoying. Oh, no. There goes my computer again, chugging. What the fuck did I knock over? Oh my gosh. My computer's angry at me. The ghosts are taking revenge.
Using mop here is pretty much as ineffective as mopping around.
I have other commands that you can do, Baba. It's just the ducks are your favorite, isn't it? Yep. I'm just gonna be covered in ducks. Alright. I think I got it. Okay. Well. Hi-ya! Yeah. Get rid of the duck. Yas. Throw it in the trash. Yas. Yas. Okay. Punch. Punch. Yas. Baba chops. Punch. The fact that he, like...
Rotten luck. To end up having to cover up for a serial killer.
It's sad that, like... Not only was she, like, turned into an art piece, but, like... Her blood was used to, like, paint this. Let me get my... I have another oral... There we go. Oral antiseptic! Shows green in multiple in release. It's a time saver. True. Good point.
Need to empty the trash can first.
Oh. Sorry. There we go. Oh, gotta punch another one. Yeah. Yeah. Karate. Okay, and then there we go. Oh, there's another one. Karate! Karate!
Fucking psycho.
Alright. Here we go. Ooh, we disposed of all the paintings! Yay! We disposed of all the paintings. Good, 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 good. That is good. I think I tracked a little bit of blood around here, so. So many paintings, so little time. We gotta collect more evidence. Well, let's go and throw this chick down those stairs. Sorry, lady. It's time. Sorry we didn't get to you in time. Yeah. Sorry. Ooh, yay. Okay. Anything else we're missing? Let me see. Ooh, some loot. More loot. Let me see in here. Is there anything I'm missing? Yeah. Good. I don't see anything else. Other than we gotta pick this shit up. Pick it up. And chuck. Alright. Oh, there we go. This is where I missed. On the shelf? It's not showing anything on the shelf. Oh, there it is.
Damn, she was just a student.
Poor girl. It's fine. You don't have to apologize, dude. You got a lot of money to get water totes. Yep, definitely. Like, is this just to hold all the blood? I presume. He's just collecting blood. The shelves are in the dark. Okay. Let me see. Is there anything? It's not showing when I do the Q. Oh wow, it's right here, but it wasn't showing. That's what happened. Thank you. Thank you, Gaiden. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need it. Alright, let's get the mop. Let's mop a little bit. Yay, it's cleansed. It has been cleansed. There's a medium bag on the other table? Okay. I'll go back. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I know a guy who might help me with it.
Let me guess, you're still playing the game you were playing earlier. Yeah. Still playing this. It's not a quick game. Well, maybe it's a quick game for somebody, but not for me. Dead bodies! Let's do this. Okay. Let's move all the dead bodies. Collect the evidence, move the furniture back in its own place. Oh, what are we missing in terms of furniture? Oh, the
At
money!
least he didn't screw me over.
Thank you! We got money. We got the moolah. Do moolah. The shelves on the opposite wall, to the tap in the dark. I think there's 4 small bags. Okay. I'll go back. Would you smack a kid for 10 million? Yeah. Because you can give him like a good, like, $100,000 to make sure he's like okay with it. Be like, make a deal. You can be like, hey dude, to save from the lawsuit that's gonna happen here, I'll give you $10,000 and you're just quiet. Is that good? And he'll probably say yes. Opposite to the wall, to the tap in the dark. Okay, so opposite to the tap. in the dark. Okay. Opposite to the tap. There's 4 bags. Yes, there is. Yes. You see, it makes sense. Like, it's a win-win for both. You know, the kid gets to have money. I get to, you know, slap a kid, and I get money. It works out for everybody. Ooh, there's a bucket. Ooh. Why is there a pizza in here? I have questions. We'll just put you in the pizza. Alright. Close that up. And then let's carry everything to the door. Actually, yeah, because it'll be less sus. It'll be less sus to go through the door than to, like, chuck it out the window. So, we're just gonna chuck it over here. Let's put this, like, right here. Let's close the door so no one notices. I doubt they will, but let's do that as a precaution. Do you have you done the lucky gate or the roof? I don't know what you mean. So, I'm guessing there's more to this level. I only have done the weird sex dungeon. So, we'll just probably do that. Once we, like, put everything away, I'll go and I'll put the bodies away, and then the biohazard bags, we'll just put them to the side for a bit. And then, yeah, we'll get to look around. I told you.
Damn, he's heavy.
What do you
now?
think he was?
I guess I put him in my trunk.
Yeah, he's gonna be heavy, dude. You're holding a lifeless body. He's gonna be heavy as fuck. Okay, stay there. Okay. Let me see. What was the funniest thing that has ever happened to you? I've had a lot of weird stuff happen to me. A lot of weird, funny things that have happened. Oh, there's my... I forgot the guitar. The guitar needs to go somewhere. I'm right now blanking on one. Right now. I'll probably figure something out. There's something on the TV. Like, there's something that I'm missing? What is it? Is there something missing? What is it missing? Turn it on. Duckies! There's ducks! Jeffrey! I didn't know you were in this game, too! I didn't know you made it big! Good on you, Jeffrey! Check the drawers. I'm gonna check them. Okay. Cigarettes. I might as well, so not all of it's like picking up on the cleaner scanner thingy. Might as well. So we're gonna see. Ooh! More! Curse the game with ducks. Yes, they have. Did you know I tried to get off of Drop Tower Kings Island once before, and I got stuck in the seat? Oh, that's rough. I once got stuck on a roller coaster. To be specific, I got stuck on the Hulk once. We got stuck like it was like when I was younger. And I got stuck like towards the end of the ride. Like imagine getting on the ride and then oh fuck, I made a mistake. Okay, let me clean this. Let me clean it. But like imagine like you go and you get stuck on the end of the ride and you spend 2 hours of your day just stuck on the end of the ride. And you're just like waiting for the ride to be over and it's not. And I'm just like, can I at least get something for my troubles? Like, can I get like a pass or something? No. Like, I didn't get any prize or anything, which sucked. Money. Yeah. I wouldn't have cared money. It was in the second drawer? Okay. Okay, second drawer. Yes, thank you. Let's steal that. Alright. Stole the money. Do you have anything in your fridge? No, I can't open your fridge. That sucks. Would have liked to steal stuff. Okay. Well. Oh, I forgot about you. You guys. Well, the drop tower is not a roller coaster, but it's just super high tower. That's totally fine, Dongri. Top drawer just outside. Top drawer outside the bathroom. Okay. Top drawer outside bathroom. Okay. Top drawer outside bathroom. Okay. So check this shelf. Ooh, jewelry. Thank you. Can we steal it? No, we can't steal the dustpan for some weird reason. I would have thought we could. Ducky! Oh my gosh, can I keep you? Can I keep you? Can I keep you, little buddy? And you squeak too! Well, you've seen such horrible things. They're on every level. I think you're home. They're on every level? Okay. So I'll find another ducky. I'll find another ducky. But I wanted that ducky. I want the duckies. I want all the duckies. The duckies are cute. I have like a collection of ducks at home, if you guys are wondering. Yep, ducks and stepladders are on every level. I have a collection of ducks at home. If you guys are wondering. And I'm thinking about getting like a collection of ducks that are of my favorite anime and manga characters. Just to make it even more funny. Just have an army of ducks. If you guys are wondering, Lucifer is one of my favorite characters from Hazbin Hotel, and you could probably figure out why.
I feel sorry for you.
I share an affinity towards ducks.
I could get in trouble.
I do still. If ever anyone can contact Vivzy Pop. I still want a shirt with all of the ducks she has in that scene. I want all of the ducks that Lucifer has ever created in that show. I want them, because I think it would be hilarious. You guys can mingle. Like, I want all the ducks on just a shirt. That duck is pure evil. I have a feeling about it. Painting isn't right. There's a painting that isn't right? Okay, I'll fix it. Where? Tell me. This one looks fine. Oh, this one.
I'm slowly growing tired of this.
Yes! Okay. Dispose of the bodies, dispose of the garbage, and the victim's body. Okay. Well. Let's first do the victims. Because fuck Rob. He can wait. Sorry, lady. You probably had a promising future in whatever career that you were planning on doing before you died. And I wish you well. May you be in a better life somewhere else. Where the fuck's the exit? There's the exit. You're probably hating me, looking down on this and being like, this guy is ruining my chance for justice. But it happened. Oh, she bounced off. Oh, sorry, I punched you. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. I punched the corpse. My bad. I didn't mean to punch the corpse, but I punched the corpse nonetheless. There.
That guy who killed you? Yeah. He'll be in the body bag right next to yours. Sorry.
Oh, you'll pass the secret many times on the top floor. Note by the window. Secret nearby. Go out the window and don't forget the ring behind the box with the stuff on it. Okay. Let's see. Is this
Closed. I need to go another way.
We'll figure out a way. Okay. Is there a way I can go in here? What? Ooh. Hiya! 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 Yeah. Yeah. A hidden apartment.
How could anyone even live here?
Eviction notice. You're hereby required to vacate the premises within 10 days. Reason for the eviction? X keeps pets that are clearly not allowed. What type of pets then? You're renting the apartment with strict no pet clause. And yet you keep dangerous animals, which may pose a serious threat to the other tenants, deathstalker scorpions, black widow spiders, and so on. Well, black widows are not a problem as long as you, don't, corner them, you're fine. And, scorpions are not too bad. But statue, a urn, and the key.
Neighbors can literally end you.
Okay. Money!
That's probably somebody's entire savings.
Yeah. Too bad. Guy should have, taken care of its pets. Ooh. There's a ramp here. Okay. Interesting. Weird ass bathroom. An urn.
Someone's lucky keys.
Yay, keys! Let me scratch my face. My face is itchy. At the foot of the statue. Okay. Yes! Alright. Well. I think that's everything that we can find here. I don't think there's any more stuff. I don't think. Ooh, a message. Forget about things. Cool. Not exactly insightful, but okay. You have to activate the ladder. There's a ladder? Where? I'm missing something? Okay. Goes all the way down to the fire escape. Oh, this is this part of the guy's thing. Okay. Well, cannonball! Alright. We found a key.
Same keychain as before.
Easy way out. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, we secured our exit. Good, 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 good. Yeah, it's a basketball court.
Well-kept place.
Yes.
I guess.
Let me do the free throws. Okay. Nope. Okay. Let's do. I'm holding it. No. Okay. Nope. No. Okay. Did I get it stuck? No. Okay. We're gonna figure this out. I know it's not basketball simulator, but I want to try it. Okay. I definitely need to throw from a little farther. Okay. No! I've tried. No. More basketballs! Basketballs!
What the hell is wrong with people? Why do they accuse me of inappropriate behavior towards my plants? I love my plants.
You're
more
fucking
than
your
anything.
plants?
I would never hurt them. Nobody's talking about the guy from 23.
Yeah, because he's not fucking his plants.
Selling some dead leaves to strangers. Even smells funny. But no. You go on a movie date, we send you. One time. And suddenly, you are a weirdo.
Okay.
I'm lost for words.
You do not live in a little shop of horrors. Audrey 2 does not exist. These are just normal hydrangeas, dude. I am scared to see what, like, what, I don't even want to know what he's done to these things. Yeah, put that shit back. Okay.
I have a weird feeling about this place.
Yeah, I would not touch anything unless it's worth it in this place, because everything, you might need to burn your hands after. Because, like, whatever the fuck this guy did. Hey, Dongery, you're back! We're right now in the place where the guy fucks the plant. Okay. He might have done more things to them. No, we're collecting it.
Did he use it as fertilizer?
Alright. Steel miraculous fertilizer. Yeah, we'll take it. Do I like it? No. Yeah. Under the... And you're in an exit gate. Exit gate. And then right at the court. Shelf on the right first gate has money. Okay. Oh wow, you can't really see it. Let's see if there's anything that I'm not seeing. Let's see. And the rest is on. Yes. Okay. This is a weird Italian guy. He saw too much of Little Shop of Horrors and just decided, let's live it in real life. It's up high? There's blood on the walls. That's not a good sign either. Yeah. Okay, so it has to be up. Up high. Is it like in the pot? What is this Italian music? There's writing on the pillar that it's on. Okay. So this one. I am probably the worst. Okay, more specific, just enter a pillar before turning left. My favorite YouTuber, I would say, it depends upon what I'm watching, but if it's a streamer that I'm watching, it's 𝐂𝐤𝐿𝐴. 𝐂𝐤𝐿𝐴 is my all-time favorite. But if it's like a... Where the fuck is it? Okay. So you said it's... I'm fucking clueless. I am sorry, I'm dumb. I am so fucking dumb. Where the fuck is this shit? Do I jump on here? And then jump on here? Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. On the other side of the pillar. Step ladder. Okay. There's a step ladder. Okay. Okay. Okay, more specific, and turn left. On the other side of the pillar. So, okay. So, like, somewhere around here? I'm sorry, I'm the worst person to communicate to instructions. The black dots lead up to it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you for sticking with me. Yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. I'm gonna have to burn my hands after this. Because that was just awkward. Okay. Sorry, the headphone users, for my coughing. My coughing is loud and obnoxious today. Can pyramid. Yes. I remember you mentioned that. By the basketball court. Can pyramid by the basketball court. No locker by. No, the locker by the basketball court. Okay. Locker by. Ah, here it is. Thank you. Yay, money. And then, is there any that I'm missing? Anything else? Is there any secret rooms or anything that I'm missing other than going and trying to, like, get everything? You guys mentioned a roof. Is there something I could do on the roof? And how do I get to said roof? Loot. Oh, fuck. Top floor note by the window. Says secret nearby. Go out the window carefully. Okay. By a window. I remember this one was sus. Because we broke it. The other one, so this one does nothing. I broke this one for nothing. The square note. Okay. Not this. go out. Okay. Okay, we're going out. Square note that shows on it. Shows on which window. I'm dumb as fuck. I am trying my best. I'm trying my best and we're gonna get through this, but I'm also dumb. Okay. Square note. Do we go up? No, it only goes down. I'll start again. There was 2 windows. One has a note saying secret nearby, and the other one has the eviction notice. That was boarded up. Okay. My bad, Gaiden. My bad. Remember, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I am trying my best, but I am like... Okay. 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 So. Eviction notice. Here. 2 windows. One has this secret nearby, and the other one has the eviction notice and is boarded up. Like this one. Okay. Okay. We figured. Yay. Okay. We made it to the roof. Aw, little things. Aw, little lady in a tramp thingy. Oh, and some medicine.
Netflix and chill.
Don't leave the ring behind. Aw, he was gonna propose, or she, or whoever it was gonna be. Am I able to steal the wine? No, I can't steal the rosé. They're ducks! Oh my gosh. They ducks. Okay, then you have to go together, buddies. I gotta make sure you go together. Yeah, ducks! Okay. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it special. Okay, no. Yes. Yes. There we go. Very. Yes, more ducks. More ducks. You can never go wrong with more ducks. More ducks are always better. More ducks the merrier, they say. Hey, you gotta... There we go. And then we're gonna move them by the candlelight because we want it to be more romantic. There, they're kissing! Now they're kissing. Okay. Yours. And let's put that there. There. I'm happy. We love ducks. Ducks are the best. They're the best creatures. They're semi-aquatic. They swim in water. I love ducks. They're my favorite things in the world. They deserve the world. Where the fuck am I? I lost track of where I was supposed to go. Okay, I'm here. And then I go this way. Nope, wrong way. Is Can Pyramid by the exit gate. And has cash under the fence. And then behind the truck needs a big Bix. Big bucks. Okay. There's a big box. Okay. Big box behind the truck. Not that box. Okay. There's a box, but not that box. Behind the truck. Pick up.
You want to win $1,000 in our lottery? It's really easy. Just come to Rental Street 165, and you will win $1,000 now.
Yeah. Okay.
Money, money, money. You have nothing to lose.
On the forklift.
Do you want to win $1,000 in our lottery? It's really easy. Just come to Rental Street 165, and you will win $1,000 now. Everyone wins. Money, money.
Come on. Give me the money. Spit it out. You can use it to get over the fence. Ah.
Do you want to win $1,000 in our lottery? It's really easy.
I assume this fence.
165, and you will win $1,000 now. Everyone wins. Money, money, money. You have nothing to lose.
Fucking. Come on. Yeah. Money.
Do you want to win $1,000 in our lottery?
Money, money.
Do you want to win $1,000 in our lottery? It's really
Thank you. Alright. Yeah, sorry I'm a pain in the ass to, like, direct. I'm so horrible at this. But we will find it. It's the Can Pyramid by the exit gate. Can Pyramid. Exit gate. Something around here. Here it is. Okay. And I see it. Yes! Alright. Perfect. We did it. Yay! Okay, good. We got everything! Now I'm happy. I feel satisfied. Alright. Now let's deal with the rest of the dead bodies. Sorry guys, I had you waiting. Yeah. Dude, you should have been a better neighbor. In person. I know the guy owed you 5K, but... yeah. You shouldn't have gone into this field. If you were gonna lose something. Okay. Alright. Let's get you going. And let's throw you in. There you go.
No need to thank me.
Ha 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 ha. Now to run, because we know where to go. And sorry, lady. You didn't, I don't think you deserved the way you died either. That dude was a horrible dude. He shouldn't have killed you. But I have to question, how the fuck did you meet this guy? Because unfortunately, you ended up in this position. I'm not blaming you. Like, you couldn't have known that you're gonna die to this guy, but damn. This is not the way you would have wanted to go. I don't think. Not at all. Let's go and put you in here. And let's release you, because that's what you deserve. Oh, you're shaking your ass for me. Sorry. Oh, and I punched you. I'm sorry. There.
Yesterday, I was an ordinary janitor. Now, I'm dragging a dead girl to my car. But I have other people to look out for.
Yeah, your dead child, your sick child will eventually, you know, feel better. And sure, she'll probably never understand where the money was coming from. And she'll probably never understand why the fuck you know, are coming home so bloody. But, I think she'll appreciate it. Chemo is expensive. Alright. And then... Yas. 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 Going down the stairs with this biohazard bag, and I forgot where I was going. Oh gosh, I'm knocking everything over. There we go. Oh, there goes that. Yes. Yes. At least there's one apartment that they won't have to worry about, like, fixing it too much. I made that apartment look nice and swanky and clean. Alright. And... yes. I want to proceed. I know, right? That's the only one they're gonna have resale value on. If we're perfectly honest. Yeah! We made back! Thank you, Gaiden! Oh my gosh, our skill tree is gonna be so big. Oh, but we missed 3 secrets. That's okay. Complete bad call mission with perfect score. Yeah, but it's okay. It happens. You can only do so much. Alright, skill tree. Bunch of money for the level. This. Alright, so. Ooh, we can get a pressure washer. Garbage can. We got 7 points. So increases bag capacity. Increases maximum number of combined garbage bags. Additional directional lamp. UV lamp. Is omni-light. It beats... It's omnidirectional. That might be what we want to do. Omnidirectional. But let's check all the other ones before... Holds 25% more water and allows you to clean your tools more times before it gets dirty. Yay! That's actually cool. Slows down the rate in which your tools get stained. Power detergent. Quantity. In general. Increase the duration of cleaner scents by a second. That really doesn't do anything for us. Ooh, that's a cool thing. Partner in destruction. After stepping on a stain, you'll leave fewer footprints. Ladder and oxidizer is useless, just saying. I figured, like, what's the point? You could just use soap. It just maybe quickens the amount of time, but I think this is worth it. I know. Won't leave footprints behind. I think that's worth it. This is worth it. But I think we have to get one of these, which sucks. So, I think we get this. We apply that. Let me see. What's this one? Small ladder that helps you reach difficult spots. No, thank you. We can just jump and clean. That sucks. Okay. Yes, we want to save the change. Bucket. I feel bucket is a good thing to get. Like, for it to hold 25% more is perfect. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to do it. And considering you can, like, jump and clean, like, it doesn't make sense. But, increase bag capacity. That's a good thing. Especially when we're probably going to break more items soon. So, this one's a good idea. Yes! A rechargeable flashlight that's strapped to your body. Okay, that one's worth it. That one's definitely worth it. Like, considering it just kept on getting dark. It's better with the upgrade. But it requires 3. It requires 3. We'll see at the end. Carry additional UV lamp. And then I mean later on. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So I presume we don't have this yet, so that's why this... Yes, I'll drink water! I know I need it. I'm a thirsty, eldritch, demon, 4th dimensional being. Alright. Yay. That's good. So, feeling good. Feeling amazing. Okay, so we're not going to touch this because it doesn't make sense to right now. The mop, though. The mop. Additional mop, additional sponge. Disables increased strength. Mop stains 25% slower. Difficult stains by 20%. True. Yeah, I do think that's a better option. But you can't dual wield. Well, we'll eventually get a second mop. At the end, it might work. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, we're going to want a second. So I do agree with that assessment. And we're going to do this. Alright. So we got a second mop. Because if it stains, it stains. It doesn't fucking matter. That's good. Anything else we want to do? Increases the duration of cleaner sense versus the cooldown time of cleaner sense by a second, which doesn't fucking matter. So I would love it to have the ability to see valuables. So I guess we'll do it like this. Yeah. This is how the skill tree is gonna go. Alright. Alright. Cool. Dick measuring contest. Cool. For the treasure. Yes. Definitely for the treasure. You would think a janitor would have more stuff that's janitorial. Meh. dog!
Dexter, what are you doing up, boy?
He's the bestest boy! Dexter's the bestest boy! Can I pet him again?
Sorry, Dexter, but it's no time for a walk.
Best game! Game of the year! Yes! Oh my gosh, yes. Pizza boxes. You don't have a cleanly house for someone that's a janitor. This is like embarrassing. Dude, look at how messy your house is. And you call yourself a janitor. Alright, let's see. Can we clean up half of this? Like, am I able? No, can't. I can't pull up my trash menu. That sucks. I can't just, like, clean your problems away, I guess. Nah. Nah, nah. Nah, no, 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 no. There we go. That's totally fine, Dongery. I'll see you when I see you next stream. I think I'm closing it up for today anyways. Because I think that the next section, if I were to complete it, it's gonna take like 2, 3, 4 hours maybe. So, considering how slow I am. So, I'm just finishing up for the most part. Okay. Dear Mr. Kowalski, I hope the message finds you well. I'm writing to provide an update on your daughter, Elena's health status. Following her recent medical examination, Elena has undergone a comprehensive set of tests. And the results... Yeah, that's totally fine. Bye, Donguri. The results indicate her condition requires an immediate and sustained medical attention to facilitate her recovery. It is critical she undergoes an extended treatment program at a specialized facility. The program will be both long-term and intensive, ensuring that she receives the best possible care. However, I must inform you, this treatment will be costly due to the advanced medical procedures and the prolonged stay required for the healthcare facility. Best regards, Dr. Hugo. So that's fucked. She's on oxygen tanks, definitely. Let's see what else I can see in this place. Seriously, you're putting a picture next to a radiator? Aren't you worried of a fire? Oh, your phone's ringing? Well, who cares? I will get to the phone. Let me check out my shit in peace. Let me see. This place is not even any better. Like, you can't use your own shit on your own house? Seriously, man? Okay. Tyler Novak. Thanks for saving my ass. Mr. Kowalski, you truly are a God's gift to all fucknuts just like me. I'm not a bad person, definitely not a natural-born killer, but the asshole caught me off guard. It was either him or me. Yeah, considering that it was a knife in his back. Sure, guy. Anyways, I hope you found the envelope and you're not mad I had to make a swift escape. That was just too stressful, man, and I couldn't bear it. Thanks again, Tyler. Grave renovations. Mr. Kowalski, I know it's been only 5 years since your wife passed away, but the truly terrible weather combined with the high air pollution in our region sped up the weathering of the tombstones, and I can offer you a 20% discount for your wife's grave's renovation, but it will only be $320. It's a bargain, believe me. Pete Sutcliffe. Yeah, suck my dick. Yep, okay. Well, let's go. Cool. Oh, all the tapes! Wonderful! Alright, let's answer the phone.
Mr. Kowalski, sorry to bother, but I have some good news and some bad
Who
news.
did you kill now?
First, Rob's boss, Big Jim, found out what we did. And he's the scariest guy I know. But, here's the good news. He's not mad at all. In fact, he is so cool with what happened and is impressed by your skills, he'll probably hire you. So, yeah, good luck.
Yeah, nice.
This is insane. What the hell did you get me into, Tyler?
Nice, Tyler. Always looking on the bright side, I see. Alright. At least Daxter's
Who's a
all
good
for us.
boy?
He's our good boy. You will get all the love in the world, Daxter. I will make sure of it. Alright, do we have anything going on? At least our bathroom looks decent. Though, our window, our mirror is like super, super scummy. Oh, in your child's bedroom. This is not sad in the slightest. Jeez. Definitely not sad in the slightest. Okay. Alright, is there anything I can do here other than this? Okay. Do I go in the car? Who was that? Nothing here. This is a depressing house, I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna lie, very depressing. I know! Cleaner. Like, I wouldn't say like perfect, but this is appalling. This is definitely appalling. Like, I don't know, man. Let me see. That's the one we did. It gets better. I'm sure it does. The one question that I have is that I feel like there's something else I'm supposed to do. Because I want to set everything up for next time, so that way I can just rush into it. Because I know that it's going to be funky. Am I messing up something? Okay, I don't see anything else I can do. You want to start going into maybe bed to accept the message next time. Do I have to go into bed? Is that a thing I do? Oh, I do! Thank you! Now we know. Now we know. Micah Spa Wellness.
No worries, pals. He's too dumb to
Oh my
suspect a thing.
gosh. The duckies.
Loving familiar. Just don't chicken out at the last moment, gentlemen.
I mean, yeah. Just shove it down his throat.
Got it in the bag, guys. Big Jim? More like a big pussy.
Okay. So we know what's gonna happen next. Oh, the duckies are sad. And that's an ice pick. Oh, the scrub daddy. All right. Well, I'm gonna go and exit to main menu. Yes. Thank you guys for watching today. Let me go into just chatting. Thank you guys for watching today. Today has been really good. I'm glad I'm back. I'm glad I'm not as sick. And, you know, I'm happy that you guys came, and you guys came in droves. I always love when I have a good amount of people coming in and, you know, talking on the Twitch and the YouTube side. Oh, let me fix one of them, because one of them's not syncing correctly. There we go. Now the other YouTube is synced. But yeah, we will pick this up on Wednesday. In the meantime, I will be posting the shorts from today's stream in our conversation to YouTube as shorts, and I'll be sending out more stuff. So you guys will get to see more stuff, and I'm going to try to edit another video. Hopefully I can get it done, but we'll see. With these things, it's just like, oh gosh, it takes a long time to edit these things, especially since I'm busy doing a lot of stuff for the channel that I get a little busy. But thank you guys for coming out. You guys are just wonderful people, and I enjoy you guys' company, and you're just all sweeties. And I'm glad that you guys came out today. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys have wonderful rest of your days. Like, I really hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your days. I will rest up, and I'll make sure that I, you know, get better. So, I'll let you guys go.